Third time's a charm. Yes, 3 times trying to film this, so we welcome everyone. So, I will try and get airborne. Just failed to do so a second ago. In this, first I used the Zero, and I'm much more comfortable using a post-war aircraft than I am a Second World War one. And this, while not an indigenous design, is an indigenous build. It is built and constructed by Kawasaki Heavy Industries. This is the P3 Orion. This is the freeware aircraft from flightsim.to. Right, so we're going to go clockwise. In this series we're going to go clockwise around the entirety of Japan, starting here at Wakkanai, the most northernmost city in Japan. I'm going to try and give you, at the very least, the name of where we're passing over, if not some information if I can. I've got it. I've got a map open next to me, but obviously there's only so much I can do whilst trying to fly the aeroplane. We have a full load of fuel. Releasing the brakes now. Hopefully we get enough speed up and can make it safely into the air. If I don't do it this time, you'll never know, because I'll have re-recorded it again. Ready to approach on the stick. Gently easy back. Come on, don't strike the tail. And there we go. That's much better. The Orion's also got an absolute ridiculous range, really, but it fills other, as I say, it fills other aspects a bit nicely. So that is Wakkanai there. And that's Rishiri-san, the big mountain there, standing at 1,721 metres. We'll get our screen grab now, shall we? The thumbnail. Right, so see how much I can remember this off the last time round. I've actually got an hour into the flight before I had to cut it short. That's actually a good point. I'm gonna go for as long as I dare. I might just make these little half-hour snippets. Let's make it a half-hour snippet. So from now, so it's just gone 7 here, my time. And we'll just land at the next airport or airfield. Also, I appreciate the Orion probably goes faster than the Zero. Big turboprop. So enjoy the scenery as much as you can. We actually are heading out towards the coast again. So I believe our first waypoint's actually at a place called Sarufutsu. Hoping the lake I can see, the water I can see ahead is the water I can see here on the little map next to me. Which will be Polo Marsh. Yep, it is. That's Polo Marsh. This is Sarufutsu. Straighten up, follow the coast basically. So the next place we're approaching with great gusto. Will be Memanbetsu, sorry. Memanbetsu. Apologies to native speakers and people who are fluent to know how these places should be pronounced if I am butchering anything. In fact, this is it coming up now, and that is Kanuma Marsh and Onuma Marsh. Kanuma Marsh is the first one, this one here, and that's Onuma Marsh. This one had been alright to leave. Not sure if I've already said I had cause to leave the Zero earlier on, and it crashed basically. This one I think it'll be quite safe to leave it. So the peaks we're currently flying past over yonder is Porunupuri Yama, standing at 841 meters tall. I'm guessing it's that peak there, maybe? That's about right. So that's Porunupuri Yama. Porunupuri Yama, yeah. Makes me wonder if the Ghibli movie Ponyo is set in Hokkaido, as some of these coastal towns and villages look very, very similar to the ones depicted. So this next settlement we're coming up on here, this is Isashi. And I believe, from last time, there is actually a natural history museum, yes. It is. There's a natural history museum just about here somewhere. They've got some fossils and stuff in there. Lots of natural history things. Patrol aircraft over its true habitat. Let's see. Okashima's next. Just about there actually. This next bit here's Okashima. Makes you wonder how many visits these things get from aircraft like the P-3s as they go on their patrols. Maritime patrol aircraft are quite interesting to look at because they're used for so much more than warfare. Search and rescue is a big part of theirs, generally keeping people safe. Yamasu? So we're just passing now. I'm sure the fishing villagers and that, the fishermen and that, the folk that fish on the sea are probably quite familiar with the Orions doing their work. One or two of them, it may have been a very welcome sight. I am now considering what a Japanese Shackleton might have looked like. I suppose like a Shackleton with Japanese markings. Foolish boy. Right. Tracking my progress. This bit sticking out here, this is Otoshibe. Maybe it's Otoshibe. I'll try and stop doubling down on my potential mispronunciations. So let's say try and keep it half an hour, but if it goes over half an hour until we get to the next waypoint as an airfield, then that's where it'll have to be, sort of thing. You know, it's more dictated on where I can land than because I don't want to finish one mid-flight, because that means I've got to carry on recording. It's meant to, I'm trying to slot these in with when I've got time to do some recording. And unfortunately, due to the first recording is going a bit awry, I've had to obviously start again. So this bit we're coming up to now is Omu, or Omu. Omu, I'd want to say. This bit here. Forgive me muting the mic and if it clicks for you, but I'm just coming out of a cold and coughing occasionally still. Oh yes, this is the Hinode Cape Lookout La Luna. Something to do with the moon. Campsite and hotel, there's the hotel. This is Wakkanai. Yeah, I'd either have to carry on flying it or try and start it in flight and hope it gets the same sort of altitude and everything. The continuity would be awful. We are making good time though. So this is Memanbetsu coming up. We pass a very friendly airfield here, or airport. Memanbetsu Airport. There's a very friendly local, or someone's done it. They've actually put the welcome mat out. You'll see what I mean. the airfield up ahead, or the airport, sorry, up ahead. You'll notice the distinct lack of train tracks as well. I did notice on the first trip along here, I did notice there weren't many. Let's find the friendly field. Definitely saw it. There. Welcome. See, quite literally a welcome, Matt. I like an F-22 that was sat outside on the ramp there. I don't know what I was doing there. Probably got short of juice and time to refuel before it carries on back to the States. Now there's two lakes next, just here. That is Lake Kumuke, which is his first one. Like that bit that's there, it's just got a unit in as well instead. And this second one is Lake Shibuno Suni. Yeah, Lake Shibuno Suni, there it is. And there's a massive lake coming up next. And there's something very interesting we're going to be looking at the other end of it. Rather than putting the writing on this map I'm looking at here, rather than put the writing on it for water things in white so they're visible on the blue background, they put them in just a slightly lighter shade of blue. They're really hard to pick out. I'm guessing this has got to be a saltwater lake because it clearly looks like it's fed from the sea more than anything. This is Lake Sarama. You have no power here, Gandalf. Or Saroma. It's probably Saroma. Now I've made a joke. Or a pun on the name, it probably is Saroma. S-A-R-O-M-A. I'm not going to spell it more than I just thought I would this time. So I'm watching those four props turning away there. Yeah, you can always definitely say it's seawater, salt water. The Orion has left Hokkaido. The Orion. Yeah. I'm going to stop the Lord of the Rings references now. Anyway, so yeah, very, very, very cool and very, very important, really, I suppose, in the history aspect is coming up. And you won't see it, but there's a forest. Okay, now you see the forest, you won't see the actual settlements inside, because it's actually within the forest. So this next little lake here, which I don't know if it has its own name. No, it doesn't appear to. But this little water here, just at the end of the tip, you can see there's a woodland stretching. So opposite end to where we are now. There's this forest here, yeah? So just approaching the aircraft's nose next after the water. You see all the trees there, yeah? Okay? That is Tokoro Remains. And Tokoro is a village, an ancient village that still survives within this forest here. Right there, in there. Which you can go and visit. It's open. I thought that was worth pointing out because it's something actually quite interesting. An ancient Japanese village. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find out just how ancient. It was quite hard to find any information about it at all as to what it even was for a bit. So, but yeah, have a look at that. That's Tokoro remains, or a village remains. Put village remains. You'll get it. So I'm 5 minutes away from my, well, 6 minutes away from my end of mission mark. So next airfield will have to be it. But I'm glad we got that village in. There is one there. So we're going to be landing at Memanbetsu airport. Where we're going to be putting down. I'll do a low flyover to see which way the windsock's pointing, give myself an idea which way to land, but we'll have landing all the way up to parking up. Now on this, unfortunately, it doesn't even matter when you actually start part, the engines start already, so you can only see the engines start, but I'll try and make sure we get them shut down properly, at least. Hopefully this is actually coming out slightly better than my New Year's flight across the southern half of Japan, because we're actually looking up places as we go. What I'll try and do is actually get it so maybe I have a list of places that we're passing over. Right, so here we are, RJCM. Memanbetsu. So that's be where we start from next time. Okay, so let's get the aircraft down. That was a bit silly closing the map, wasn't it? You can't quite close it just yet. Oh, there it is. Okay. Nope. Oh, we're good. We're good. Right. So let's just come into the overhead and see what we're doing. There's a C-17 there. I look for a windsock to give you some clue as to which way what they'll want us to land. Okay, I see. Yep, coming down that way. So over the bay and in. I think I'm probably way over with the fuel. Yeah. We don't need that much fuel. Well, I'm glad I've actually, well, not landed it yet. Even if I have a video up to on landing, I'm keeping this one, so you might get to see me mess up. It's interesting. What's that then? The airfield's there, the airport's there. Don't know, because it's not a... Trouble is with... It's Apple Maps I'm using. Trouble is with that, is if you go to the satellite view, you lose all the info. All the telling you what it is, things are, so it's a bit of a tedious one, that one. So, keep gear down, flaps down. It's a shame we didn't have more time. I'd like to have carried on and actually try and get the whole of Hokkaido done in one video, but well, the whole one half of Hokkaido done in one video, but fortunately not to be. Why I came out so far to give myself plenty of room to correct. In the Sundays fields like this one, I've never flown from before at all, let alone randomly landing at it. So I think I suppose, I don't know. Gently, there we are. The C-17's gone. Train 2 seems to be following us though. Oh, coming off the runway bit. Let's not knacker at the Orion, shall we? Oh dear me, we do have them. We are quite heavily overweight really, I think, for landing. Hopefully got a set of replacement brakes for and tyres for a P3 here. There we are though, we are down. suppose they take what-ifs in the Asian Air Arm SIG. You know, what-if Shackleton in Japanese maritime colours. Could be quite cool. Sorry, but that was the me drinking. Which is what caused the problem with Zero, really, was me drinking. The opposite end of the equation. This is F22, shall we? Do you know, I don't remember getting an F22 for the game. There we are. Shut down the engines. Should set the parking brake. I don't know if there's anything actually covers or anything to come onto it. Yes, for a freeway aircraft, very, very nice, really. Very, very nice. The only thing I will quickly mention for you is that it has it's the Boeing 747 cockpit it uses. But apart from that, flies very nicely, and we're going to be getting very intimately acquainted, really, aren't we, over the course of flying around the entire coastline of Japan. It's basically like the BBC programme Coast, but a bit less info and a lot more flying. Anyway, till next time, take care, stay safe and be well, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now.